Let's be realistic. It's impossible to quit social medias forever. The goal is not to quit it, but to minimize its usage. My main social media was Instagram. I would spend up to 6 hours daily there. I also have Facebook and LinkedIn, but I never had problems with those. I would use them once in a while to look for a job or ask for information on specific group and stalk people. Come on, everyone is doing that. Except that I have nothing else to do there. But Instagram, that one is fucking addicting. I had a real trouble with it. I felt I wasted hours daily of my life there watching reels. It was act of escape from my depression, problems, and no fun in real life. It would give me that instant boost of dopamine. It was amazing in a moment, but it would leave me empty afterwards. My days were just wasted. I realized if I keep on doing that, I'm just going nowhere. So, this leads us to the most important question: why? When you know your why, life becomes way easier. So, before doing what I'm gonna tell you next, you should identify your why for quitting social media. I needed to work on myself, on my mental health, and my future, and Instagram was standing on the way of my self development journey. So, in the nutshell, my need was to have more free time and no distraction to start taking care of myself. Yours can be that your self esteem is influenced by people posting, or maybe you are the one who is posting a lot and seeking external validation. So also ask yourself, what are you seeking on Instagram, on another social media? Is it connection, validation, or just escape like me? We have to think long term. We have to think how to minimize social media in sustainable way. And according to ChatGPT, the best way to get rid of addiction, because that was my case, and I bet yours is the same, it's to reduce the consumption of it gradually. I started my journey of quitting in December last year by firstly deleting Insta for 2 days. I would press on empty spot on my phone where Insta icon used to be. I would scroll through news recommended by Google even though I hate news. I would check my messengers and email all the time to fill in the void Instagram used to fill in before. I had this ick. There was something missing. And after a few days of detox, I spent a whole day scrolling Instagram and set myself a goal to delete it for weekdays and re-download it again on weekends. And here is when things went a bit downhill. Yes, weekdays were fine. I even started doing stretching, journaling daily. I would read books, but on weekends, I was more than half of the days there, entertaining myself with reels as before. I would still do my stretching and journaling, but I stopped reading. So I kept on deleting Insta on weekdays and re-download it on weekends for about few months. Then I was like, we have to challenge ourselves more. So I told myself, we have to try weekends without it too. So I did. I was very proud of myself. I got so much free time, so I got really bored. And as weather was getting better, I went for a walk, where I basically got the idea of creating a YouTube channel. Next days, I spent thinking and writing for it, searching information about editing and storytelling. Basically, I got distracted. I got some kind of passion, and without even noticing it, I didn't download Instagram for the next weekend too. After, I would download Instagram just once every 2 weeks. I wouldn't spend almost all day there as I did before. I didn't stay tuned with what was happening there, so after a few hours, I would just get bored. And last month, I didn't download it at all. The void I felt at the very beginning of quitting, that missing part that Instagram was feeling, was now filled with my new hobby, with journaling and self care rituals. And here is the key: what you substitute social media with, how you fill in that void, and with what. Now, once you have so much free time, how you spend it. Watching Netflix, or reading a book, playing video games, or exercising. If you just substitute one little thing with another, then what was the whole point of that? I think one of the greatest things for it is dopamine menu. I found out about it just recently, but I tell you, it's big wonder. It's a list of things that boost your dopamine in healthy ways without overstimulating your brain. I also made a whole video about it, explaining it and created it myself. So check it out. So anytime you have this ick and free time or you are just bored, going to dopamine menu allows you to remind of how many cool things exist that can make you happy and entertained in healthy ways. Sounds cliche, but get yourself a hobby or better few or invest more in the hobbies you already have. I always loved writing. I journaled for last 5 years, but this year I started doing it consistently every day, doing self work, some therapy sessions with ChatGPT, and now with real therapist. I converted my passion for writing and well being into YouTube. I started learning about editing, which I had no idea about before. And at the end, I tell you, I gained way more than I expected. Keep it simple, chill, don't punish yourself for scrolling hours and hours after your detox. Be patient, otherwise, you will just quit. And remember your why and use your new, overwhelming free time intentionally. You know, I will still use Instagram once in a while, the way I use Facebook and LinkedIn when I need to look for a job and stalk people. But you know, I'm chill now.